Shawn Michaels' outrageous confession at 60. Shawn Michaels is considered one of the greatest wrestlers ever, but did you know he was almost as famous for his backstage antics as his moves in the ring? It's hard to believe, but he was involved in some of the most infamous controversies in WWE history. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how he went from villain to hero, or vice versa. Shawn Michaels, born Michael Shawn Hickenbottom, wasn't a fan of his first names, so everyone calls him by his middle name, Shawn. He was born on July 22, 1965, in Chandler, Arizona. Growing up in a military family meant moving around a lot, which took Shawn all the way from Arizona to reading in the UK and finally to where he spent most of his childhood, San Antonio, Texas. From a young age, Shawn was all about wrestling. He was so into it that by the time he was 12, he put on his own wrestling show at his school's talent show, complete with fake blood to make it all the more dramatic. Besides wrestling, Shawn was also a pretty good football player. He started playing when he was just 6 and eventually became the captain of his high school football team. After high school, Shawn spent a brief time at Southwest Texas State University, but college wasn't his thing. He had bigger dreams. He dropped out to chase his dream of professional wrestling, following in the footsteps of his cousin Matt Bentley, who also became a wrestler. Shawn's wrestling career officially kicked off under the tutelage of Mexican wrestler Jose Lothario. He stepped into the wrestling ring for the first time as Shawn Michaels in 1984, and even though he lost, it didn't dampen his spirits. He went on to wrestle in various places, teaming up with Marty Jannetty to win the NWA Central States Tag Team Championship in Kansas City. The big break came when he joined the American Wrestling Association, AWA, in 1986. He and Marty became known as the Midnight Rockers and even snagged the AWA World Tag Team Championship. Their flair and skills caught the eye of the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, which signed them up in 1987. Unfortunately, a little bar mishap got them fired just 2 weeks later, but they weren't down for long and went back to the AWA to reclaim their tag team title. Eventually, Shawn and Marty made their way back to the WWF, known simply as the Rockers. They quickly became crowd favorites, especially among kids and women. They even snagged the WWF Tag Team Championship once, but due to a technicality during the match, their win wasn't officially recorded. As Shawn's career progressed, he took on the persona of the Heartbreak Kid, complete with a new manager, Sensational Sherry. His character was vain and cocky, which really resonated with the fans. He went on to win the Intercontinental Championship and had some pretty epic matches, including a legendary ladder match with Razor Ramon at WrestleMania X that won Match of the Year. Shawn's career had its ups and downs, including a suspension in 1993. Officially, it was because he didn't defend his title enough, but rumors swirled about a failed steroid test, which Shawn never confirmed. Regardless, he kept wrestling and continued to dazzle fans with his performances. If you think this was his only controversy, then you are absolutely wrong, because what we are about to reveal next will change your perspective about this legend. Let's now dive into some of the notable controversies surrounding Shawn Michaels back in the day. Shawn Michaels was part of a group called The Clique. This wasn't just any group, it included big names like Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Triple H, and Sean Waltman. These guys were tight and had a lot of influence backstage. They could sway booking decisions and storylines, which didn't sit well with everyone. One of the biggest incidents involving the Clique happened in 1996 at Madison Square Garden. Members of the Clique broke character and hugged in the ring, even though they were supposed to be enemies on screen. This act of breaking kayfabe, the illusion that wrestling is real, caused a massive uproar backstage. It led to significant tensions and repercussions, making it one of the first major controversies in Michaels' career. Now, if we're talking about wrestling controversies, we can't skip the Montreal screwjob. This event took place at the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal, where Bret the Hitman Hart was defending his WWF Championship against Shawn Michaels. What was supposed to be a regular match turned into one of the most infamous moments in wrestling history. Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, ordered the referee to call for the bell while Michaels had Hart in a submission hold, even though Hart hadn't tapped out. This meant Michaels won the match and the championship, much to Hart's shock and fury. The screwjob remains one of the most controversial moments in wrestling, with Michaels right at the center of it. The 1990s were a rough time for Shawn Michaels. He struggled with substance abuse, openly battling drugs and alcohol. This took a toll on his personal life and professional career. Michaels' issues with substance abuse made him unreliable and difficult to work with, leading to tumultuous periods in his career. Despite his immense talent, these struggles added another layer of controversy to his story. Along with his substance abuse issues, Michaels was also known for his difficult backstage behavior. He had a reputation for having a big ego and getting involved in backstage politics. This made him a polarizing figure among his peers. While some admired his talent, others found him challenging to deal with. His antics behind the scenes only added to the controversy surrounding him. In recent years, Shawn Michaels has taken on a mentoring and booking role in WWE's developmental brand, NXT. However, even in this role, he hasn't escaped controversy. One notable incident involved NXT talent Brooks Jensen. Jensen accused Michaels of being a bad booker and not believing in him, which led to a storyline where Jensen was written off TV for a while before returning. This situation highlighted some of the criticisms Michaels faces in his new role behind the scenes. Shawn Michaels' career is nothing short of a roller coaster ride, filled with incredible highs and significant lows. His journey in the wrestling world has been marked by unforgettable matches and moments that have left an indelible mark on fans and the industry alike. But as we've seen, his path hasn't always been smooth, and the controversies he's been involved in are as much a part of his story as his in-ring achievements. One of the most fascinating aspects of Shawn Michaels' career is his ability to reinvent himself. After his early years marked by the Clique's backstage power plays and the fallout from the Montreal screwjob, Michaels faced personal demons that threatened to derail his career entirely. His battles with substance abuse and his reputation for being difficult to work with created a tumultuous environment around him. Yet, despite these challenges, Michaels managed to find his way back. Shawn Michaels is a true fighter. Despite facing plenty of controversies and personal issues, he's always managed to come back stronger. His journey is all about growth, finding redemption, and pushing to be better, not just in the ring but also as a person. That's what makes him a real legend in wrestling. His legacy is rich and complex, filled with stunning performances and pivotal moments that have left a lasting impact on wrestling. Michaels has not only entertained us with his iconic matches, but has also helped shape the next generation of wrestling stars. Let's celebrate Shawn Michaels for all he's achieved and the powerful lessons he's shared. What's your favorite Shawn Michaels moment? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates.